Tori. We're here at the Baltimore Streetcar Museum, and I'm here with Bill Monahan, and he's going to tell us about today's event.
Hi, this event at the Baltimore Streetcar Museum is called $25 Day. It's sponsored by the Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys, and they come down to the museum and basically rent the museum for the day. What we do for $25 a day is that people can operate streetcars, they can ride, they can photograph the streetcars. This is an event that Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys will do throughout the year at different trolley museums. We have another event coming up the first Saturday in November.
And this is Tom Caldwell. He's going to tell us about the streetcars that are the beneficiaries of today's event.
So yes, today's event, put on by Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys, is one of the partners that we work with here at the Baltimore Streetcar Museum. The Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys has brought to us for our use 2 streetcars that used to run in Philadelphia.
Okay.
They are the first cars at our museum that were not original Baltimore cars.
Oh, wow.
The first car is 2168. It's a PCC car, a President's Conference Committee car. It was built in 1948, and it ran in Philadelphia until 2003. Can you imagine that? Something running that long?
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's a very long time.
And it still runs here. We run it all the time. It's a really marvelous piece of equipment.
Yeah, I bet.
With a great history. We love it. It's painted in what's called, in Philadelphia parlance, the Gulf Oil paint scheme.
Okay.
Because the orange and blue.
Orange and blue, okay.
But in its lifetime, it's had 2 other paint schemes.
Okay.
Philadelphia Trolleys has sponsored 2 other trolleys just like that are at 2 other streetcar museums in Pennsylvania, and those two trolleys are painted in the other schemes.
Okay.
I'm often asked, what's the difference between a streetcar and a trolley?
What is the difference?
Good question, huh? So the basic answer is, the simple answer is, Philadelphia had trolleys and Baltimore had streetcars.
Okay.
Other than that, they're exactly the same.
So only difference is location. Other than that, it's the same
exactly
thing.
Right.
Okay.
New Orleans has streetcars.
Okay.
I think Pittsburgh also had trolleys.
Okay. Okay.
Now, trolley is a really interesting word.
Yes.
Because it means a lot of different things.
Yes.
But primarily it means it's the part of the pole that goes along the wire.
Okay.
But if you go to England and you get off the airplane, and you will find in the airport a baggage trolley.
Okay.
And they call the grocery carts trolleys. And maybe you've been to an expensive restaurant where they push along and show you the dessert trolley.
This is true. This is true.
More about trolleys than you really wanted to know.
Yeah.
In addition to 2168, Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys has also brought to us a snow sweeper. Its number is C-145. And it's a big, ugly thing. It has a big rotating broom in the front. And it was originally set up to sweep snow off the tracks in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
And we've used it here a couple of times to sweep snow, and it really throws it a long way. We just recently, working with Friends of Philadelphia Trolleys, totally renovated the car.
Oh, wow.
It had gotten to looking pretty dumpy, so they put new wood on it. We're cleaning up the inside. It's a great piece of equipment.
So now, how old is that one?
I think that one was from the 1920s, but don't hold me to that. I'm not an expert on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 1920s. My goodness.
Yeah. It ran a long time.
Yeah.
So, what else can I tell you? We have a great. You want to know more about us here at Baltimore?
Yes, sure.
So we have a great collection here of cars that ran in Baltimore.
Okay.
We routinely run cars that were built in the 1890.
1890.
Yeah, we have a car here that actually started off as a horse car. You know, horse cars were the predecessor to streetcars.
Really?
Yep. If you think about the streets in 1860, 1870 in a city like Baltimore, they weren't nice and paved.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
And in some places they're not much better now, but that's another subject.
Yeah.
But they were just dirt and mud.
Yeah.
And when it rained, it was a mess. The city or some enterprising businessmen ran what were called they were sort of stagecoach. If you think about the westerns with the stagecoach,
Yeah.
they're bigger ones of those that ran as buses pulled by horses that carried people around the city.
Oh, wow.
But they were very rough. They had tough time in the mud, and so somebody came up with the idea, just like the railroads, we'll put tracks in the street and get a car and have a horse pull it.
Oh, wow.
Much smoother, easier on the horses.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of public transit on rails as we know today. Those were obviously called horse cars.
I had no idea. You learn something new every day, right? I had no idea.
And from there we progressed to electricity came along.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, oh, we can turn these horse cars and put an electric motor on them and that'd be really good.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened.
Wow.
So we actually have a car that started out as a horse car. It eventually got converted to an electric streetcar.
Uh-huh.
And it was used in Baltimore probably up until about 1920.
Oh, wow.
So we have several other cars that represent different different points in time
Yeah.
and progression in technology in streetcars.
Oh, wow. Lots of good information there.
We're open. We're open on Sundays, every Sunday from 12 until 5 here in Baltimore, and starting in May we will also be open on Saturday.
Wonderful.
We do kids' birthday parties. Great place to have a kids' birthday party.
Yes.
We always also do weddings. We did some wonderful weddings here.
Wow.
The bride arrives here in our visitor center, arrives on the streetcar and starts the ceremony.
What? Who would have thought?
So
Who would have thought?
we've had some really great events here, and I hope you can come see us.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to ride one of these streetcars. I'm a little mildly nervous. Don't know if I want to operate yet. Still on the fence about that. But definitely excited to ride and, learn more about what you guys have going on here.
Cool. All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Tom.
you. All right. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Okay.
I guess flex, and then I guess we don't know what the phone is then. I see this.
Huh?
I
I see, look.
What a TV is.
See the bus?
Nice and gentle.
No.
Good. Hold it there. Nice job. Shut off. Good. Take a point. Just want you to feel for it. It's allowed on off. Shut off. Try not to draw power on switches or crossovers just because it arcs. Okay, you can take your lumbar point. Hold it there until you get this crossover and then off and then come back when you're clear. Good. Right. Little drift on there. A little more. Alright, you're clear. Alright, 1, 2, and
Look, there goes the right there.
break. Speed through this curve and just take your first notch. Tracing this out. You're fine. Got plenty of space. Where you going?
So I'm finishing up here at the Baltimore Streetcar Museum. Got to ride some of these lovely cars, streetcars or trolleys. Apparently didn't say anything. Who knew? Learned lots of wonderful stuff today. Got to ride some of the streetcars. Some of them as old as were built in the 1920s. Who knew? And they ran nice and smooth. You know, they take you down on the loop and you come around. And I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure about conducting. Didn't get to do that, but maybe next time. But all in all, I had a fun day here, and it was wonderful. Learned lots of wonderful new things.